The relentless onslaught of torrential rain across the U.S., from the sun-baked plains of Texas to the rolling hills of Ohio, has unleashed a devastating cascade of flood emergencies. Rivers, swollen beyond their banks, have transformed landscapes into watery wastelands, a stark testament to the fury of nature. This wasn't a single event, it's a prolonged crisis, a relentless cycle of downpours that has left communities grappling with the aftermath of saturated soils and overflowing waterways. Saturday brought another brutal chapter to this unfolding disaster. Parts of the South and Midwest, already saturated from days of relentless storms, were pummeled by yet another round of torrential rain, triggering flash floods that swept through vulnerable areas. The ground, unable to absorb any more moisture, simply surrendered to the deluge, transforming streets into raging rivers and homes into temporary islands. The relentless rain shows no sign of abating, with forecasters issuing stark warnings that river levels in several regions will continue to climb for days, prolonging the agony for those already struggling to cope. The sheer scale of this disaster is compounded by the devastating tornadoes that ripped through communities earlier in the week, leaving a trail of destruction and heartache in their wake. Entire neighborhoods were reduced to rubble, their homes splintered and scattered, lives upended in a matter of minutes. These violent storms have claimed at least 7 lives, leaving families shattered and communities grappling with unimaginable loss. The images are heartbreaking, families sifting through debris, searching for belongings, their faces etched with grief and exhaustion. The human cost is immeasurable, a stark reminder of the destructive power of nature's fury. This crisis, however, is amplified by a deeper, more systemic issue. The National Weather Service, NWS, is facing a staffing crisis, a direct consequence of job cuts during the Trump administration. Nearly half of NWS forecast offices now grapple with a staggering 20% vacancy rate, double the rate of just a decade ago. This alarming shortage of crucial personnel hampers the ability of the NWS to effectively monitor, predict, and warn communities about impending weather events, leaving vulnerable populations more exposed to the devastating consequences of extreme weather. This understaffing isn't just a matter of numbers. It represents a critical vulnerability in our national infrastructure, a gap in our preparedness that compounds the impact of these already catastrophic events. The lack of personnel directly impacts the quality and timeliness of weather forecasting and early warning systems, hindering crucial response efforts and leaving communities struggling to cope with the aftermath. As the climate crisis intensifies, leading to more frequent and more severe weather events, this critical staffing shortage becomes even more alarming, highlighting the urgent need for increased investment in and support for the NWS to ensure the safety and well-being of all Americans.